Alright, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be driving the lovely 180 SX by Nissan. I really like this car. It is in a way like the brother of the S13, the 200 SX. Not slightly, I guess quite different styling, but a lot of things are extremely similar. It's really the major difference is really that back side. The interior is really similar. It's quite similar. You can see it's got a very similar dash wheel and the console set up to the S13. Of course, we have the awesome pop-up headlights, you know? Pop-up headlights always make cars look sick. And then we do have the nice lights at the back. As you can see, I've got a livery on here, making it look pretty sick with the Japanese number plate. Yeah, it's definitely one of my favorite cars to drive on this thing. I used to live with a friend from high school a few years back, and he used to have a 180 SX. So we used to go for drives at night, go do some mountain runs and such. And yeah, it's just an awesome car. So let's get into it. Okay. So we're back at the Nordschleife, just like last time with S13, but this time we're here with the 180 SX. Still going to do an aggressive driving run, so you're not going to see clean racing lines or anything, but a bit of some aggressive sliding. Because, you know, that's sometimes much more fun than just driving fast. Especially this track. It's so dangerous, but that's what makes it fun. So, yes. We're going to be doing an aggressive run. I did upgrade my gloves yesterday. Until yesterday, whenever I used gloves, I was using workout gloves that were actually my mum's. They're a little bit small. They were purple. I have nothing against the color purple, but you know, it's just not my color. And then I thought, oh, well, maybe it's about time I did upgrade them. And I did upgrade gloves, but they're not driving gloves either. They're actually Nike workout gloves that look pretty nice. They're very cheap and quite comfortable, which is why I got them. Driving gloves can be pretty expensive, and you know, I guess it's worth it, I guess, if you get driving gloves, but you know, I didn't really feel like I needed it. I just needed something that won't ruin the steering wheel from sweat and stuff. So, you know, these will do, and they're fingerless. So I can still operate my camera easily, I can still use my phone without taking my gloves off. Yeah, so just a new addition, which is nice. Now, let's talk about the 180 SX. The 180 SX is very similar in terms of how it handles, but the stock gearing, the gears, I like to use both the S13 and the 180 SX with stock gears. And one of the big things that are different between the two are the gear ratios. The S13 actually has a, do you say tighter gear ratio, where the top speed is actually lower. But you get a little bit more torque in the gears, and it's actually very nice for drifting. The 180SX is very, very similar, but the top speed is a little bit higher. So then the corners that you can take on gear 4 with the S13, you can't always take with gear 4 in the 180SX. You have to sometimes drop down to gear 3 to compensate for that difference in gearing. So yeah, it's an interesting difference. It's a little bit better for higher speeds like this, I guess. I feel like the 180SX gearing is a little bit more suited, which is nice. Now in terms of tires, I am using sport medium tires on this car right now, so probably a little bit more grippier than what people are used to for drifting, but I personally prefer sport tires for drifting, just because you can do faster, more responsive drifting. In my previous S13 video, I was using sport hard tires, not sport mediums. Oops. Which, you know, I thought was alright. It's a little bit more relaxed. It doesn't grip as much as this one, so you can be a little bit more relaxed with your drifts. So with these sport, tap that wall. With the sport medium tires that this one has, you do need to push it through the corners especially if you're sliding. But when it comes to times when you need to grip, it grips really well as well. So I think it's a good balance. Personally, I don't really like the comfort tires. They're way too slippery. It doesn't feel realistic at all. Like, it feels like you're on ice, sliding on ice, which is not really what you want. Especially in a relatively high-powered car, you know, you want a bit more grip, and then you can power through nice and fast through corners. And I think that's a bit more realistic as well. Oh, I know. Everyone seems to be using, you know, whenever they want to slide the car, everyone uses like comfort tires, which is, I don't know. I mean, everyone has their own preferences, but not me. Oh yeah, I just love the look of this car. Or the 180SX is, you know, it's just got that iconic look. Yeah, just the Silvias and the 180SX. Just love all of those. And you know, the interior is nice and simple. Whoops. Yeah, it's got a nice and simple interior, which, yeah, I don't mind. It doesn't have to be fancy. It's just clean, simple and clean, which is how I like it. You know, got some decent back seats, which is, you know, two-seaters are cool, but in emergencies or people who have kids, you know, you want at least an extra 2 seats in the back. Yeah. Yeah, it's either the 180SX or one of the Silvias that I would really like to get for a car in real life. Sometime during my life, before they become extinct, I guess. Yeah, this top speed is definitely much faster. It's about 50 km an hour faster than the Silvia, which is good for this track. Oops. So that's 1 lap done. Fishtail all the way to the goal. Yeah, okay. All good. See you in the next video.